And you thought we weren't going to have more Halloween specials. So I've had this deck sitting in my inbox for a little while. Now, is this going to be absolutely competitive tier 1? Absolutely amazing? No. No, it's not. But it'll tickle my frickin' fancy for Halloween. So for Halloween this year, we're frickin' Santa Claus, baby! All right. Is this a sign of the 12 days of Christmas to come? 12 days of deck profiles, the greatest content ever. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel so you guys don't freaking miss out on me losing my mind in December, giving away everything except for the literal shirt off my back. Even though I know some of you guys want that. Show some love, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more. And let's dig on into this lovely deck profile. So, what even is this? So Ghost Tricks have been obsolete for about 100 years now, ever since Link Summoning became a thing. They lost everything in that horrible day. But it's fine, because there's still strategies. Remember, so we're playing 2 copies of Ghost Trick Doll in this build. Cannot be normal summoned, unless you control a Ghost Trick monster, but you can set it. Enjoy not being able to play the game on a T-set pass. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped face up, during the end phase, change as many face up monsters on the field as possible to face down defense position. And then you can special summon a Ghost Trick monster from your deck in face down defense position, whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters flipped face down with this effect. Trick or frickin' treat. Then we have the 1 Ghost Trick Fairy. Cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghost Trick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped face up, you can target 1 Ghost Trick card in your graveyard and set that card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then you can change face up Ghost Trick monster, or Ghost face up monster your opponent controls to face down defense position up to the number of set cards you control. Be a shame if I could turn down those Link monsters. Just kidding, we can't do that. We have the 1 frickin' Ghoul. Oh my god, my man. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. Once per turn during the main, or your main phase, you can target 1 Ghost Trick monster you control. Its attack becomes equal to the combined original attack of all Ghost Trick monsters currently on the field till the end of your opponent's next turn. But, or if it does, it's the only monster that can attack this turn. Good frickin' luck getting that many Ghost Trick monsters on the field for this to matter. But it's a tech choice, right? Right? Ah, the good card in our deck. Triple copies of Ghost Trick Jingashi. Jingashi? Yeah. Alright, so same thing, cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghost Trick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped face up, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 Ghost Trick monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of face up Ghost Trick monsters on your field. Since this will be the only card you're setting, and you flip it, you can add a level 1. But good news, because we got frickin' Ghost Trick Lantern for our strategy. Alright, this is the one that says, once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. I love that. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, or when a Ghost Trick you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack. And you can special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. No ruining my Ghost Trick strategy by attacking me directly. I will not have that. Alright? Then we have triple copies of Ghost Trick Mary. So, once per turn, you change this card to face down defense position. Always got to emphasize that effect. When you take damage, you can discard this card, special summon from your deck, and face down defense position 1 Ghost Trick monster. And you can only use this effect to Mary once per turn. Because it is Halloween, we of course have to bring in some of the bad ones. Matsume here. Once per turn, change this card to face down defense position. When a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summon, change that monsters to face down defense position. There must be another Ghost Trick on the field to activate and resolve this effect. Yep, that's a thing. Ghost Trick Skeleton. Once per turn, you can flip him face down. When this card is flipped face up, banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck face down up to the number of Ghost Trick monsters you control. That's cool. And then Mr. Spectre, once per turn, he can go to defense position. When a Ghost Trick monster is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or by battle with their attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand and face down defense position, and then you can draw a card. Now, it is the spooky time of year, so we got to bring in our Numerons, all right? Because we need a win con. Because we're going to Zexal our opponent for 3 turns so that we can Ghost Trick them. Alright? It's really cool. Then we have 2 copies of Ghost Trick Mansion. Monsters cannot attack face-down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all their opponent's cards are face-down defense position. All effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghost Trick monsters is halved. Well, that's really nice. We have 1 copy of Ghost Trick Parade. Monsters cannot attack face-down defense position monsters, but can attack directly if all their opponent controls are face-down defense position monsters. Your opponent takes no damage. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can add 1 Ghost Trick card from your deck to your hand. It'd be a real shame if I died on the second direct attack in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's fine. It's Ghost Tricks. And then, of course, because we gotta be the scariest duelist on this block, we gotta pack in the 1 copy of Mystic Mine so that we consider Ghost Trick monsters and capitalize on the stalling effects of our deck. And then we got more Bully Numeron cards with 2 calling and triple copies of Network, 1 set rotation, and 1 terraforming. And then we get into Ghost Trick trap cards. So we have 1 Ghost Trick break. When exactly 1 face-up Ghost Trick monster you control and no other cards is destroyed by battle, or an opponent's card effect sends the graveyard, target 2 Ghost Trick monsters in the graveyard with different names from the destroyed monster and special summon them in face-down defense position. We have 1 Ghost Trick Knight, continuous trap card. While a Ghost Trick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot flip summon. When this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot declare attacks for the rest of this turn. Oh, Silent Knight indeed. Triple copies of Ghost Trick Revelation. Target 1 Ghost Trick field spell in your field zone. Return it to the hand, and then you can activate 1 field spell from your hand or deck. Ooh. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target 1 Ghost Trick Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 Ghost Trick Xyz monster with a different name by using that target as material. And of course, you will get to transfer your materials. Alright, so think about this. You can target a Ghost Trick field spell in your field zone, return it to your hand, and you can activate 1 field spell from your hand or deck. Isn't that cute? Alright, because it doesn't have Ghost Trick restriction. Triple copies of Scare, the OG broken card. Target any number of face-down defense position monsters you control. Change them to face-up defense position. Count the number of Ghost Trick monsters among them. And if you do, change that many face-up monster opponent controls to face-down defense position. Trick or treat. Prepare to be scared. Ghost Trick Vanish. Reveal 1 Ghost Trick monster in your hand. This turn, Ghost Trick cards you control and face-down defense position monsters you control cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. Spooky. Extra deck down here is 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Utopic Cyberbully, 1 Utopic Future, some interesting machine-looking things, 1 copy of Scout Boss, so Solkut Boss. So, this is 2 level 2 monsters. While you control another Ghost Trick monster, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Once per turn, you detach an Xyz material from this card. Target 1 face-up monster on the field with attack less than or equal to the combined attack of all Ghost Trick monsters. Poof. It goes away. And if you do, that monster card zone cannot be used as long as you control a Ghost Trick monster. We, of course, got the Dullahan. This is the master of halving monster attack points. And then we have Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief. You can also exceed some of this card by using 1 Ghost Trick Xyz monster you control. And of course, the Xyz materials will transfer. Alright, when the number of Xyz material on this card becomes 10, you win the duel. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card to add 1 Ghost Trick spell trap card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Ghost Trick card from your hand to this card as Xyz material. Good luck achieving that win con. Possibly behind a Mystic Mine, you could do it though. We have 2 copies of a Lulu card for back row popping. 1 copy of Yield Downer Magician, of course, and our side deck is subject to change depending on your metagame. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 1 Red Reboot, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment. Wrapping up a very special Halloween treat. This has been in my inbox for a little while. I finally got a chance to sit down and look at this, and I figured we would do this as a nice little Halloween special. Frickin' happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe out there if you're traveling. for some trick or treats. Make sure that you do your best to make it to Christmas, where I give off everything except for the shirt off my back. I know a lot of you are going to tell me in my comment section I need to give the blue shirt, but no. We need it. Alright, guys. Happy frickin' Halloween. I'll be back with a box opening later today if all goes well. Alright, guys. I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.